Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next review, the next Pokemon season for Anime Month. And now, since I got Pokemon Advance challenge, now we're into the third one of the Ruby and Sapphire series, and that is of Pokemon Advance Battle. And I would say that I do enjoy this one. Also, I think I in order, like the first season of Advanced Battle, there's some episodes I liked. In Advanced Challenge, there were more episodes I liked more than Advanced Battle, but here there are more episodes I liked more than Advanced Challenge. So, probably say I like this one. Say I like this one better than the previous two seasons. I could say. So, but Advanced Battle. First of all, the theme I enjoyed more than both the themes for the Advanced Challenge and Advance. Oh, I'm unbeatable. Really enjoyed the theme. I really enjoy the theme of Unbeatable. And with this one, in Japan, ran from air date from 2004 all the way from 2005, and Advanced Battle continues on with Ash, May, Brock, and Max competing in the Hoenn region, and Ash still wins to win the remainder of his last couple badges in May, and last couple ribbons to enter the Pokemon contest, and more episodes I enjoyed, in this season. Okay, first of all, the first few episodes in, we get with what's going on with Team Aqua and Team Magma, when they get held captive by Team Magma, and which they captured the legendary Pokemon Kyogre, and they have the blue orb, which that was used to control for Groudon. Yeah, sorry about that. I was gonna sneeze, so I didn't feel like once again to sneeze on camera again, so that's why I had to cut that part. But anyway, yeah. Well, you get the episode, but this is the episode of gaining ground on, more just part one of this episode. And Pikachu, he takes the the blue orb. And he gets absorbed into Pikachu, which makes him uncontrollable electric attacks. And then Team Aqua comes in, in which they have captured Groudon. And the leader of Team Aqua, he has the red orb, which is used to control Kyogre. And he uses it, and he controls Kyogre, makes it do devastating moves, and which is another part, which leads into the next episode of the Scuffle of Legends. Like I said, the leader of Team Aqua is making him. Which also you have appearance by the Elite Four Lance, which he uses Dragonite and the red Gyarados. So yeah, we'll see that the Lance come in to help because he knows that he tells them that no one should have this much power because they keep. Once again, it's another meaning of we've seen this before. No one should have this much power what they cannot control or understand. That type of idea again. So, Lance telling them, but the leader of Team Aqua, he's consumed by so much power, and also when Groudon has been released, Lance tells Ash and the others what Pikachu was doing because he's now Groudon. I think it was because I think Groudon was calling to him. I think it was. I forget. When he was absorbed into the by the orb, and Groudon was calling, so that's why Pikachu was with Groudon to help stop the leader of Team Aqua and Kyogre. And all things to the end, everything goes back the way it was, and you see Team Aqua, which, well, in later episodes, they heard that they broke up, so I guess. But the thing is, you don't see them ever again when they're just standing there watching, though. So you don't think nothing comes of, like, they don't get arrested or anything. So, but all you hear through dialogue in one of the other episodes I hear later on is that Team Aqua and Team Aqua are broken up. So I guess now they stop doing what they're doing, I guess. Because probably what Lance said, no one should control what they don't understand. Too much power, what they don't understand. But it was cool to see. It was cool to see the legendary Pokemon of Kyogre and Groudon, and cool to see Lance, with his Dragonite and the red Gyarados as well. And then with Ash, it meets the next gym leaders, which they're these twin brother and sisters named Liza and Tate, which their father's an astronaut, and Team Rocket tries to steal a rocket, and they of course Ash wins for his next badge, which that's the episode of those episodes still rock and roll to me, and solid as a soul rock. I'm just looking at more episodes that I like. Which is an episode where Ash he catches a snow runt, which there's a snow runt that likes to pull pranks and teases it, like when it takes Ash's badge case. But comes up when it's in danger, Snow Runt likes Ash, so he lets it come along with him. And part to the series where he learns Ice Beam, but he cannot control it. So Ash has been, for a good portion of it, he's been trying to teach Snow Runt how to control and use his Ice Beam properly. And then when you get another really good episode. I think one of the better episodes in this season is where this episode called "Do I Hear Ralts," where Max befriends this Ralts, which where there is a Kirlia and Gardevoir, which they're looking for this Ralts, and Max really bonds with this Ralts, and of course was Team Rocket trying to stop it, or capture it, you could say. But I thought it was a really good episode, where Max, first time where he really bonds with a Pokemon, because he's not a trainer yet, so he can't catch it. But you really get a little bit of sympathy and a little heart in this episode, especially with Max and this with Ralts. I thought that was one of the really good episodes of this season. Do I Hear Ralts? And then where Ash leads to the last gym leader named Juan, who specializes in water Pokemon, and this is in two parts. So, but at the end of the day, Ash wins and gets his 8th badge. And then there's another. I thought that was a really fun episode where there's this one called Date Expectations, where they travel. There's a group of Dawn fan, and it's basically they're trying to it's like it's breeding season, because there's these male Dawn fans trying to impress this one female Donphan, which is different color than the other ones. Like, the standard Donphan is like gray, black, but there's this female one that's like all brown. Especially Ash is trying to help this one Donphan specifically try to impress this one female one. So I thought that was another fun episode too. And then it comes when May finally enters the Pokemon contest, the grand festival, and on the way where she meets this a new rival by the name of Harley, who has like a Cacturn, which is the evolved form of Cacnea, which as you say, he's a bit of a douche, because when they first met, like, he starts out being all nice and saying that your Cacturn is kind of scary, and that sort of offends him. Or when he tries to have him one of my cookies, and he says it's not bad at all, and not bad at all. So he gets like a little offended on that. So for no reason, she just wants to go and get revenge. Well, he says gets revenge, but he wants to. At one point, when they first get to the contest, this is before the grand festival, where in the midst of this, when she's trying to get her last ribbon, and Harley, he plays this recorder to embarrass May, because Max was with him earlier, but he was talking, but he didn't know that he was being recorded. So he places the recorder in front of the whole entire audience to embarrass May, like the story which she had when she was a little girl about this thing with Tentacool, and she's getting all embarrassed, but she perseveres out of it and wins. So he wants his revenge next time. So, and then when it comes to the Grand Festival, when gets together the rivals there, like Drew, of course, Harley, and there's this other guy by the name of Robert, which at this time when during while it's going on, Ash is once again having Snowrun trying to learn to control his ice beam, and then of course we're with Team Rocket, and this guy Robert is there helping and trying to give him a little bit of advice. Then Snowrun evolves into Glalie, and now Glalie has full control of all of his ice beam. Now works very well, and then at the end of the contest, Harley gets beaten, but then at the end, Drew beats May, and then Drew loses to Robert, which he has his what was it? I forget what was the guy's. What was the what was it? I forget what was the name of that Pokemon. What was the? I know it is a Letatone or something like that. Hold on. Milotic, that's what it was. Milotic. Yeah. I know I was getting a second here. Yeah, Milotic. Yeah, this guy had Milotic and beats Drew. And he wins the Ribbon Cup. The Pokemon Ribbon Cup. Which also from before, speaking of the Ribbon Cup, the Pokemon Contest Ribbon Cup, while they were on a boat, they had a run in with the thief, who was was paid to work with Team Magma to steal some data, who had a Ditto. He is Master of Disguise. Forgot to mention that, but during the incident when they were on the boat, they had a run with this guy who was stolen the cup. But the guy gets away though. So now after the contest is over, now it's on to the Hoenn League now, and Ash, which he on the way during the time on his way to the Hoenn League, he meets this guy named Morrison, who's just basically he's as energetic and stubborn as Ash is when it comes to who wants to be the best, right? Which he has who had a Beldum, and also they meet another trainer by the name of Tyson, who has a Meowth, whereas basically the Meowth is kind of like Puss in Boots. He's wearing the feathered hat and the boots. He's kind of like Puss in Boots, the where this guy's Meowth is. Which you get a little backstory and how he met this Meowth, because this Meowth, because during the Pokemon League, this Meowth had a fight with a Persian, and he wanted to keep on going, and even though after he won though, but because the flashback, that's where he fought this Meowth fought a Persian with this other pack of Meowths, and he lost, so that Persian won over as the pack leader. Now he's been like an outcast now. So that's when Tyson took this Meowth in and gave him the boots, all that. So, and then with the guy Morrison. Now, when it comes to time to when it was him facing off against Ash, he kind of loses himself a bit because they were friends and didn't want to when they're fighting against each other. It was hard on him because he was losing confidence in himself, because he immediately, when the big battle began, he immediately loses two of his Pokemon right away to Ash, to his Growlithe and his Giraffering. And then, of course, when when they all gave him, like, give him the talk, they always have the talks, give him more confidence to make them believe in themselves more. And then that's when Morrison is back in, and then his Beldum evolved, during the time in the league, with his other trainer, his Beldum evolved into a Matank. But eventually, overall, Ash beats him, and though it was a good battle. And then during this 6-on-6 battle, Ash fights this woman named Katie, who may have a good advantage on Ash, though. But at the end, he beats her, and it was a good battle. And then into the end, when Ash fights Tyson, which both their Glalie and Sceptile loses to draw. He beats his other Pokemon until it comes the end when Ash's Pikachu and Tyson's Meowth fight each other, fighting really hard. But at the end, Pikachu loses and Ash loses the Hoenn League, and the guy Tyson, he wins the Hoenn League. So after that, after all that, they decide, after our friends decide to part ways. Max, they go back to their hometown, Petalburg City. Rock returns to Pewter City, and Ash returns back to the Kanto region. And when he was in on his way in Viridian City, he comes across the Viridian Gym. If you recall, during his time in the Indigo League, when Giovanni had that gym, and Team Rocket had that, and the building collapsed, and because Ash mentions, the Viridian Gym, it looks pretty good now, because they rebuilt it after it crumbled down. So, and Ash meets this guy named Scott, who like an agent of some sorts, which he talks to Ash about the battle frontier. And also, Ash meets the woman who's in charge of the Viridian Gym, which is one of the original Elite Four you play in the original Blue and Red version, Agatha, who has a Gengar, which she uses a Gengar in this, and challenges Ash for a little friendly battle, but Ash loses. So, but it was still a good battle, and knows that Agatha he's a well-experienced trainer. And it was cool to see Agatha, because it was one of the original Elite Four you fight in the Blue and Red versions, which was cool to see her in this. In which she also uses a Golbat, which also in the game, that she uses to take out Team Rocket as well. And so Scott tells him about the battle frontier, take this on, explains him how it works. So, then finally when he goes home to his hometown, Pallet Town, reunites with his mother again, and then goes to Professor Oak's. While at his mom's house, Misty is there. It was cool to see Misty, which I also forgot to mention that during his time in the Hoenn League, you see little quick shots of Misty watching him from her gym back home. So it was cool to see that she was watching him during the time. Even Professor Oak, Tracy, and Ash's mom, Delia was her name. So yeah, so Misty was at Ash's house, and then of course when Max comes back, it was cool that they go to Professor Oak's house, and even Professor Birch is there as well. And it was for the Professor Birch. Now he gets smothered by Ash's muck, because over time in the past, Professor Oak is always getting smothered by muck. So it was cool. I always liked Muck, Ash's Muck. It was cool to see him in that. He was the one smothering Professor Birch. And Ash shows May and Max his Pokemon, like his Snorlax, then all of his Tauros, Bayleaf, Cyndaquil, Totodile, Noctowl, Heracross, and Bulbasaur too. So it was like, oh wow, all these Pokemon are yours, and then Ash really shows all of his Hoenn Pokemon to the rest of his gang. And with everyone there, Misty, Tracy there, and of course when Team Rocket do go on another scheme, and of course when Misty says, "Of course, you guys never change." And it was also rather Misty at the time. She now has a Azurill, which is the pre-evolved form of Marill. So yeah, Misty has another new companion, a Azurill, and of course when they fought Team Rocket, and then they talk about Ash wants to leave now to pursue the Battle Frontier, which is here in the Kanto region, and Adelia, Ash's mom, is sort of because he just got back and now he's leaving on another journey already. But at the end she understands because that's how high-spirited Ash is and his determination for being the best and all that. So she understands that. So now as they leave on to pursue the Battle Frontier, and Brock joins along, and on their way, even Misty for one episode joins them for the one time, which was cool because hey, it was nice to have the old gang back together. Brock, Misty, and Ash. But now with Misty, now with May and Max too. So it was cool to see Misty to come along for the ride for the one episode where it was dealing with an episode with Cleffa when they go to Mount Moon, with a place for Clefable, and now the part of me wonders is I think they should have ended that part there and let this next episode be part of the next season of the Battle Frontier. So I don't think they should. That's why they kept this season a little bit too long, because I think they should have stopped right there and then these episodes from then on to be part of the Battle Frontier season. Maybe they kept it on for I don't know why though, but I think they should have stopped it right there and the rest of the episodes be part of the Battle Frontier, because the next episode they go to the Battle Factory, meet one of the Frontier brains, Noland, who is also friends with an Articuno. It's not his. He hasn't captured Articuno. They're just friends. So Ash wants to fight him one-on-one with his Articuno, and which always brought a smile to my face when have you decided which Pokemon you want to fight against Articuno? And Ash goes, I choose the one up there. And they look up towards the sky. His Charizard comes in. That was it was always cool when he brings in his Charizard to fight some of the good battles too. So, yeah, his Charizard. So, and then it was a good fight when his Charizard fights Articuno, and then when Charizard beats Articuno, and he wins in the first symbol, which it's like badges though, but they're called symbols. For the Battle Frontier, they're called symbols, but they're like badges in a way, or kind of the same thing like badges, but they're called symbols. So he wins the knowledge symbol from Nolan. So, and on the way, a few more forced journeys in, and you meet with they run with Drew again, who wants this Arcanine though, but find out that it's caring for its babies, baby Growlithe. And there is a movie with this rich girl who has this wants the Psyduck, or you get a cool reference to Godzilla if you get a cool reference to Godzilla, where there's this incident with a Caterpie, this kid is Caterpie, and this doctor's crazy inventions where a Caterpie eats it, makes it grow to a gigantic size. Would you get the cool reference to Mothra, because it goes towards this the Japanese tower in Japan from the movie Mothra. You get the same concept where Caterpie, Mothra, the larva, as a larva, climbs up on top of the Japanese tower, and it becomes cocooned, which it becomes in this case Metapod, and then it transforms into Butterfree, hence Mothra. So I thought it was a cool reference to Godzilla as well. So for a cool reference to Mothra, which I thought was a cool concept as well. So, because it is fitting. Caterpie, Mothra in its larva state, then Cocoon, Metapod, and then to Mothra, Butterfree. So I thought that was a cool reference to Mothra. And on the way, during the time when May was at the Professor Oak's lab, the starter Pokemon, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. Squirtle has come to life in May, so Squirtle is now May's newest Pokemon, which is a little bit more smaller than the average Squirtle. So, and then when comes to when they go to Saffron City, where remember Saffron City where they fight Ash fought Sabrina and her psychic Pokemon Kadabra, but they're there for May's the next contest for contest in the Kanto region. So. And where she meets up with Harley again, and once again deceiving May. So, but then she beats him again, and then again, the last episode is where this guy in the noodle who wants to prefer making noodles and more than taking over his father's dojo. And this is the last episode until the next season of the Battle Frontier, where the voice changes for Ash, Brock, and James. Because I guess 4Kids lost the rights in 8 seasons, and that's why the other voice actors some of the voice acting got changed, including Ash, Brock, and James, especially. Which was sad though, but because they were the original voice actors throughout the whole show from the beginning. But the good thing is also that during this next season of the Battle Frontier, the narrator changed as well. So the original narrator, her voice from before, was replaced by this narrator temporarily for this advanced season. But now the original narrator comes back to voice during the Battle Frontier, which was good because I'm gonna say the replacement narrator, he was not bad, but I just prefer the original narrator. But that's just me. But it was good that he came back to a voice from then onwards. So it was good. It was good to hear. But it was also sucked to see that Veronica Taylor voiced Ash, and Eric Stewart who voiced Eric Stewart voiced James and Brock. They were replaced as well, which is sad though. But I mean the voices who voiced them from then onward, they were not bad either. They weren't that bad either. But I just prefer the original, like I said. But they weren't bad replacement voices. I think they played a good job as voicing those characters onward as well. So yeah, Advanced Battle, I think I enjoyed more than the previous 2 seasons. So I think this is one of my favorite season of the Advanced series. I know Battle Frontier is continuing on though, but that's a separate season I'll review some other time though. But I think I enjoyed this much better than Advanced and then Advanced Challenge. More episodes I enjoyed in this. But yeah, but I enjoy the Advanced Battle. I enjoy the theme, Unbeatable. Oh, I'm unbeatable. Really enjoy that theme. It is one of my favorite themes. But I enjoy, like I said, the episodes like I mentioned, like doing with the legendary Pokemon Kyogre and Groudon, I enjoyed, and other ones, the favorites I enjoyed as well. Like let's see, what was it? Well, one of the good episodes, like I said, Do I Hear a Ralts with Max and Ralts? That was a good one. That was a really good one. Day Expectations was a fun one too. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that we're in episode Very Interesting, where May gets a Munchlax, which is a pre-evolved form of Snorlax. Forgot to mention that. Yeah, Munchlax, where May gets a Munchlax, and then she gets Squirtle afterwards. But there's a lot of episodes I enjoyed this more than the other ones too. So, but Advanced Battle was another good season. Like I said, from then onwards, some of the voice like Ash, James, Brock, they get their voice, and especially also Meowth as well. Yeah, include also Meowth. Well, all the voice changes during the next season for the Battle Frontier, but the voice is not bad at the same time either, so I like their voices, but the original I thought was still best still. After all this time, during how many seasons in now? Probably was it? Yeah, I think it was the 8th season in. So, but regardless, Pokemon Advanced Battle I still enjoyed. So thanks, and this is gonna be the last one I have for reviewing for the Pokemon franchise for now. So. Until next time, which will be the next time will be the Battle Frontier, but that's not going to be for the remainder of this review for Anime Month. But anyway, thanks for watching. And stay tuned for the next review for Anime Month. And we'll see you all later.